That guy on bass here, you can call me Chris, and today we are going to be discussing the problem with signature gear. Before we dive in, let's get the pleasantries out of the way and quickly say that this video is sponsored by Sterling. I've been sent this absolutely wonderful Sterling by Music Man Joe Dart 2 to have a play around with. And if you like what you see in today's video, please remember you have until the end of May to pre-order this bass for it to be shipped to you later on in the year. Spoiler alert, it's a pretty good bass. Joe Dart 2 is one of 3 new basses that make up the collection of Joe Dart's 2025 run in collaboration with Sterling by Music Man. The bass itself is this absolutely wonderful Music Man Caprice body, similar to a jazz bass. We've got a maple body with a maple neck and maple fretboard. This really great cutaway on the back of the neck for loads of really good heel access. 2 pickups here to create that jazz bass kind of tone. They've taken that Music Man pickup and just moved it over, which is lovely to see. And these 2 massive white knobs that control the volume independently for each pickup. The bass also comes with Ernie Ball flat wound strings, which when you think about it, for a bass that retails at around just under £400, the fact that this comes with flat wound strings included is really nice. Flat wound strings are normally like, what, 50 quid, $50, something like that. So to have this included on a bass that retails this cheaply is a really nice touch. The bass also comes in 2 finishes. This is the lovely matte black, and then there is a natural maple style finish that I don't want to even talk about because frankly, this black finish is absolutely superior in every single way to the natural finishing. We're going to listen to the bass in a second, but before we do, this brings me to the point of today's video. I have a difficult relationship with signature equipment. This could be basses, pedals, amps, or anything in between. I think they get a bit of a bad rap and they're often typecast and pigeonholed into getting the perception that you should only get that product if you're a fan of that specific artist's playing style or their back catalogue. And I just don't think you should take that approach. Get your own tone when you're looking at an instrument or trying one for the first time. Don't just pick up a signature instrument by someone and assume that the only thing you can play is music that artist is associated with. For example, Joe Dart is obviously a funk player, and this bass is an amazing funk machine. But I'm not a funk bass player at all. I actually use a pick most of the time. So, in the spirit of that, what I'm going to do is we're going to sit down now, we're going to explore the bass together. I'm going to bring some effects in and out that I tend to use day to day, and we're just going to explore this bass and see what sounds we come up with. And stick around till the end for my thoughts on this bass, and I also have some questions for you. So here we are with the JD2. We're going to start off today with both pickups on full. There's no tone control on this bass. Then what you're hearing is you're hearing the quad cortex with a little bit of compression straight into Logic. Straight away, I think this is a really nice jazz bass tone with flat wounds. The DI sounds great. There's a little bit of compression just to fatten things up. But overall, I'm really happy with this. Let's listen to just the neck pickup. Let's just stay on this sound for a little bit. I really like it. Really, really nice. Now let's listen to just the neck pickup. Really cool again. It's got that burpy bridge pickup kind of sound, which definitely has a place. It's not a sound that I often use or often associate myself with, but I really enjoy that sound from time to time as a listener. Humour me a second, I'm going to go onto the neck pickup, stay on this DI sound we've got going, and I'm going to add a little bit of room reverb. I really dig that. Let's get an amp involved. Both pickups on full. We're going to move off the DI sound now into an SVT cab sim kind of tone. Flat wounds, jazz bass, SVT. I don't really think this is a sound you can mess up, but let's try and mess it up by adding some drive and some other effects. Let's get a bit of a pick sound going and introduce some drive to the equation. Even with flats, I think this is a great drive tone and something I could definitely see myself using very regularly. Let's keep going and add some more effects. Let's go on to the P pickup and add a bit of chorus, as I think that kind of pick kind of sound could be really pleasing on this bass. So let's conclude with a few thoughts on the Joe Dart 2. Firstly, I absolutely love this matte finish and the overall playability and style of the bass. These cream pickups look fantastic. The big white knobs are really pleasing to play around with. Yes, you heard that correctly. The neck is absolutely fantastic. It's really smooth, really enjoyable. It doesn't fight you in any way. It's really easy to get stuck in and get lost when you're playing with this bass, which I personally think is really, really valuable and really important when you've got a musical instrument in your hands. In fact, when editing this video, the playing examples that you've heard were actually cut down from over 40 minutes of me just sat messing around with the pickups, pedals, amp sims, on and off. I really just got lost in this bass, which is exactly what I look for when I'm picking up an instrument, signature model or not. This comes with flat wounds, which is not something you see every day, especially not for a bass at this price range, which I consider again to be a really positive feature of the Joe Dart 2. There's no complaints from me, with one really big exception. Because the Joe Dart 2 is manufactured with an order window, again, you have till the end of May to purchase this bass, and then they are made and shipped to you. It means Ernie Ball and Sterling can keep the cost down and ship them directly to you, essentially getting rid of the cut that a retailer or a shop might take when selling you this bass. But the big problem is it does mean the shipping costs can be quite high depending on where you are in the world. If I remember correctly, getting a bass like this directly from Sterling costs just under £400, but then we're looking at about £200 of shipping, which then makes this a £600 bass as opposed to a £400 bass. But that being said, even including the shipping, I consider this to be quite good value for money as a bass. I like signature gear that doesn't scream of the artist it was created in collaboration with. Yes, I'm talking to you, Mono Neon. The JD2 walks that line quite well when it comes to signature instruments. This is what I want to hear from you in the comments below. Do you not mind my points about signature instruments? You don't care if it screams loudly that this is the artist signature model created in collaboration with, etc., etc.? Or are you aligned with my thoughts a little closer, where you prefer things to be a little bit more subtle in regards to who these instruments are created alongside? What do you think about signature gear as a whole? And what do you think is the best signature piece of equipment ever made? If you like what you've seen today, my next video is going to be a shootout / review / demo of the Harley Benton MSB5, and I will be pitting it against my Dingwall NG2. Thanks so much for watching. I've been that guy on bass. As always, you can call me Chris, and I will see you in the next one. Tatty bye.